Welcome to Old School Runescape's newest game mode. We are given a completely fresh account and have exactly 1 month to complete this grid. A bingo board where each tile is a completely different challenge and a reward for completing each one. And along the way, we are given XP boosts that have never been seen before, and some old favorite items from past leagues will make a return. This is Gridmaster. Alright, it's time. I got my character made. Let's get into it. To be honest with you guys, I don't know if this is going to be a video or not. I have zero expectations, and I really wasn't even planning on playing this, but I figured I might as well try it while it's here. Alright, there's the tutorial completed for our first tile. Nice, nice. It's going to let us choose between 3 insanely broken skilling perks that all have their own tools accompanied with them. I did take a peek and see that you will be able to get them all, so I'm not too stressed about which one I pick. I'm just gonna start with Lumberjack, I guess. Oh, Dragon Slayer is not auto-completed this time around. That's interesting. This axe is a lot better than previous leagues, if I'm not mistaken. You get the choice of burning, making arrow shafts, or keeping the logs. That's really nice. I'll just burn them for now. Oh, this is the best part right here. Just multiple levels coming in every time I chop a log. The fireworks, the dopamine. I love it. Easiest one I see to go for right now would be chopping a maple log, I guess. Again, I have no route or plan whatsoever. I'm just going to go where the grid takes me and see how far I get. 45 wood cutting took like 10 minutes, and there's a maple log. First non-tutorial grid tile task thingy done. This one's going to give us another skilling tool option, so sure, pickaxe. I did see there is a task to mine gold, which is 40 mining, I believe. But while I get the level, I'm going to plan at least the next couple of tiles out, because I would really like other ways to get around the map than walking. I saw a super easy tile, which is, yep, drink a steam forged brew in the inn, which unlocks Banker's Briefcase. There we go. Free unlimited teleports to any bank in the game. That's going to speed things up. Completing the Stronghold of Security, which should be another task. Oh, equipping the boots is the task. That unlocks Fairy's Flight, which is another teleport item. But this one's going to go to all fairy rings, spirit trees, and tool leprechauns, which should be able to take me right to the gnome stronghold for my next task. Throwing a gnome ball. That'll give us Sage's Greaves, basically Silverhawk boots. Free agility just for running around the game. Another easy one here, stealing from a fruit stall. That unlocks Dodgy Deals, which turns thieving into the easiest skill in the game. Sweet. Doing the Varrock Museum here. No reason at all. It's not a tile or anything, but 20 Slayer and Hunter. Listen. I swear I'm not being lazy and AFKing at the crab already. See? It's a task. That one unlocks the Gatherer Scroll. Okay, this is new. No clue at all how this works. Okay, so from what I can see, it's going to let me link 3 skills together and they share XP? Maybe? I don't know, like if I was to do hunter, mining, and wood cutting, for example. Wait. Hold on. Wait. What the fuck did I just do? Oh my god. That was permanent, wasn't it? Yes. Oh no. Well, that might bite me in the ass later, but we move on. There's the Lesser Demon down. That unlocks the first combat-related perk. Minimum potential. We can now never hit lower than a 5, assuming it isn't a 0. Oh. See ya, loser. Killing Ogress complete. I actually had to hop like 20 worlds to get an open safe spot. But that gives another scroll, but for combat skills. Let me actually think about it this time and not pick 3 random ones. Alright, I've decided on magic, ranged, and strength. Those seem like the most important to my overall damage output, and once I start alking, all 3 of those will go up at once. So I want to test out the combat relic, and I do need a key to fight Bryophyta for another task. So let's do our first bit of combat. These levels are just flying in, I can't keep up. Alright, sweet, got 2 keys just in case. Okay, slight detour. I do need runes to fight Bryophyta, and I would like armor and things like that. So let's work on thieving and get towards Golden God. There's 40 at the fruit stalls, level 50 from guards, and obtain some valuables in Varlamore. I've never done this before. I had to figure out how this works. But that gives me Golden God, which is basically infinite money. So give me like 30 minutes to build up some cash. All right, I got like 50 mil, still got some condensed gold alchane, but just gonna buy like 10k of every single rune, so I never have to think about it again. All right, through all that alchane, I actually completed 2 more tiles, reached 500 total level, which gives me just a fucking massive XP lamp. And alch something worth 30k or more, which was free with Golden God. That gives me Production Prodigy, which makes all my crafting and artisan skills instant, I think, and a plus 12 boost to all of them. Oh, and as for that lamp, I'll just throw it in Herblore. Straight to level 52. That should allow me to complete yet another tile, clean some grimy herbs. And that one is going to unlock Friendly Forager, which is just a pouch that will fill up with free herbs as I skill. Finally doing my first quest, Vampire Slayer, which is not only a tile itself, but also straight to 35 attack. Nothing crazy from that tile specifically, just auto-completes the vampire questline for later. That's actually our first row completion, which is where the big stuff is. This one being another 200% increase to our XP, bringing it to a total of 5x. Now that I got that first XP boost, let's train a bit of prayer, I guess. I'm going to need protection prayers for Bryophyta anyway. There's 70 prayer, that seems like a good stopping point for now. Sweet, boss down. Sure, I'll take more free prayer XP, I guess. Alright, that's gonna, wait. What? Oh my fucking... The task was to open the chest, not just kill the boss. Okay, let me actually open the chest this time. There's the grid tile. And that's going to be the first combat mastery point, which are scattered all around the board. And to put it simply, each one's just going to make me stronger and more overpowered as I go. That also did complete another column this time. That also did complete another row or column, which will give another 200% XP increase. We're up to 7 times already. Now that I got some magic levels, I'll buy some mystic robes, and let's head to Scurious. Okay, I forgot I don't have the defense requirement yet to actually wear that, but I only need level 20, so I should be able to equip it mid-fight. Getting a little overwhelmed by the rats, but that's 20 defense. I can now equip mystic robes. I ran out of prayer a long time ago. I've been flicking this entire fight. But the rat is finally down. Oh, you know what? I'll take some death runes. Oh, fuck. The Scurious tile was for another combat mastery, and the only easy tile left is Temperos, but I gotta get the fishing level first. 35 fishing. Okay, I'm pretty sure with this broken harpoon, this will be a 1-down, even in solo. Yeah, look at that HP go down. That's fast. And that's the final easy tile, which unlocks the third and final scroll, but this one's for crafting skills. Construction makes sense, since it should be stupidly fast with infinite money. I'm gonna link Herblore and Runecraft, I guess? I don't know, all these skills are insanely quick anyway. And that's all the easy tiles done. On to the medium. Daddy's Home mini quest complete, straight to 20 construction, and a bunch of free Runecraft and Herblore levels. I think rushing 99 construction is going to be the play. There are 2 tiles directly related to it, so I'm going to do some bagged plants to start off. Moving on to gold sinks, this should be a stupid amount of XP. Yeah, 100k per sink, that's fucking crazy. I'm up to 73 construction, but I do need some AFK time. So I'm gonna go fish. Got my Krambwanji and my fish barrel set up at the spot that never moves. I'll see you guys at 80 cooking. Okay, slight problem. I hit a max cash stack, so all my elks are dropping to the floor, and I really am gonna need a couple billion GP for construction. So let me go buy some more real quick. Actually, I'm stupid. I don't even need 80 cooking. Actually, only need 73 fishing. And I'll spec and boost, and I'll log out real quick just to reset that. Now I'm 76 fishing boosted, and I just gotta hope it auto cooks for me. Hell yeah, it worked. First medium tile done. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Corrupted shark, an infinite shark that never runs out no matter how many times you eat it. Hey, future editing Luke here. At some point I completed the fruit tree tile, as you can see in the chat box, but my dumbass didn't record it. I'm good at making videos, I promise. Now that I have infinite food, I can easily knock out a couple PVM related tasks like barrows. This one isn't super simple. I need to get a barrows drop while already wearing a barrows item. So I at least need 2 kills. Okay, first chest. Aram's Hood, let's go. All right, that does require 70 defense to wear though. So I'll have to come back to barrows later to finish that. Instead, let's work on this one. Make a Zamorak brew while wearing Zami robes. Everything's ready to make the I ate the fucking... There we go. That grid tile unlocks bottomless brew. Potions are no longer consumed when I drink them. Gathered up all the ingredients and made one of every potion I would reasonably need right now. I did want some more attack levels though, so there's Fight Arena complete. Waterfall quest. Been at the crab for a little under an hour. There's 70 defense. And I can now equip my Aram's Hood and go back to barrows. Hopefully I can just get the drop and get out of here. Yes, Varexel. Got that done in only 2kc. That's pretty sick. That one's just another XP multiplier. Now we're up to 11 times XP. Did some mining, some crafting, some wood cutting. And there's 1500 total level for yet another tile. Which this one's going to have another bigger fuck you XP lamp. I'll just throw it into Slayer, I guess. I'll need that up in the future anyway. Now let's go to Tazar City. And let's get a fire cape. I did the whole thing in Mystics with a water staff. It was really fucking slow, but it worked out. That auto completed the whole Varlamore quest line, so now we can do moons. The tile is just to open the chest, so I think I only need to kill one of them. Sick. That's the second to last XP boost we're gonna get. So let's go back to construction. In case you're wondering, I did gold sinks all the way to 95 and then crystal thrones to 99. My replay buffer didn't catch it, but you can see I built the demonic throne and I'm adding said construction skill cape to the rack for 2 tiles completed in one grind. So the skill cape one unlocks the spiky aura. Basically I have a permanent ring of recoil attached to me. And the demonic throne is the first hard task done, which unlocks the Thunder Kopesh. I am so excited to use this thing. Just a crazy good melee weapon with an insane special attack, like Voidwaker times 10. Crazy. For some reason this weirdo put his box traps directly next to mine. Okay. Just finished up 75 hunters, so I can catch a moth barehanded. That auto-completed Dragon Slayer 2, which apparently you can still claim the XP after, so I'm just going to dump most of it into attack. Alright, sold a bunch of death runes for Toggle, grabbing some gear upgrades, full obsidian, obby shield, and cape should be good. Look at this, using the new-ish gem shop in Varlamore for infinite gems. Just cutting and selling them back to the shop. Need 78 to cut the onyx. Got the onyx and... oh, sweet. 99 magic. There we go, enchanted, and that's the Fury equipped. Auto-completed Desert Treasure 2 for later, which is nice. Another quick one I can knock out, kill a Lizardman Shaman. That auto-completes Song of the Elves. And now that Prif is unlocked, let's head to the Gauntlet. Regular Gauntlet, I'm not too worried about with these relics, but CG is going to be pretty tricky. I've never even attempted it in the main game, and I think I've barely touched it in previous leagues. Regular Hun lift done, no problem. On to Corrupted. Yes! Oh my god. Okay. That took like 3 or 4 tries. Not bad for going in totally blind. Any spoon? No. Never lucky. That actually did unlock Banker's No, which would have been cool to have before, but I'm already 99 construction, and I don't think I'll ever have a use for it. But that did complete another row, another combat mastery point. Oh, and now I can upgrade my super combat to a divine. Hell yeah. Now that I got that Drygore blowpipe from Calvite Queen, let's head into the Inferno. Not completing the entire thing right now. I just need to get to wave 35 and kill the Major. Sweet, Major dead. How do I get out of here? That tile unlocks Slayer Master, so everything I kill now gives Slayer XP and another column completion for yet another combat mastery point. We're getting pretty strong. Next on the list, Vorkath. Yeah, bet you didn't know I had this in me, did you? They were actually going to call it the Luke Walk at first. They were talking about it, but yeah, I decided to be nice. I let Wooks have that one. Oh, Wrath Runes. That's actually pretty useful. I can cast Surge spells now, and with all the ammo saving relics, I think those will last me till the end of the grid. Oh my god, finally. 26 kills for the Vorkath head. At least I didn't go to 50. Vorkath itself gives the Grimoire, which lets me freely swap spellbooks and unlocks all prayers and spells. And that was yet another row completion for, you guessed it, a combat mastery point. Need 80 fletching for another tile. Let's see how fast broad arrows are. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Back to training prayer for a sec. I just want to get 77 for augury. I actually haven't tried out this activity yet. Seems like it could be fun. But that's a magic totem decorated. And that tile unlocks Devil's Element, which is just a really nice mage offhand. Fuck it, I'll join these guys, whatever. But I'm here at Huey looking for a rare drop. I should probably have done it solo for a better chance, but whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I think I got it down. I'll probably try solo after this. Or not? Wait. 1 kill count? Dragon Hunter Wand? Alright. See you guys later. Oh my god, that's so sick. Okay. While Gothic sleeps, auto-completed is the reward. But really, that Dragon Hunter Wand is the reward. Oh my god, that's such an upgrade for my mage set. I have 2 medium tasks left, those being equip a God Wars drop and kill Zulrah with a blowpipe. And I decided on Bandos for no real reason in particular. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I can't be bothered to flick, honestly, right now, so luckily I have the shark. Bandos hilts? Oh, that doesn't count, does it? Yeah, it has to be the whole god sword, damn. Oh, a second hilt. Thanks, guys. Bandos boots, yes! I'm out of here. 14 kills. That one gives total recall, which is a super iconic one from previous leagues, but really, I don't have any or much skilling left, so I don't think I'm going to use it that much. But another column done for my 6th and final combat mastery point. Me and all these guys here in Lumbridge with me fucked up. 92 agility is a requirement for one of the tiles, and as you can see, we didn't link agility to anything, because I really thought the Sage's Greaves would carry me all the way, but alas, they suck. So I'll have to figure out another way to get it up later. Anyways, let's start working on the hard tasks, starting with Yama. One of the newer bosses I've never done before and truly have no idea what I'm doing, but let's try it out. I absolutely do not have it down yet, you can see, but I'm still getting kills. Seems with the boosted drops, you get a dossier every kill, unless it's a unique, which is what the tile wants. I don't know if I'm doing this right at all, but it felt right, so somewhat proud of that. Multiple legs, let's fucking go. Oh, not only am I done with the task, but that's actually a really good upgrade. Another grid tile complete, and that unlocks my solution to completing the rest of these tiles. Last stand. So now if I were to die, I come back to life with insanely boosted stats and get a second chance. Next up, let's try out the Coliseum. Yet another piece of content I've never done. I'm just gonna hope the relics can carry me. Yeah, this is not going well. Never mind, let's go to Zulrah. This one's actually a medium task. It's just the reward is completely useless to me, so I wasn't in a rush to do it. And the Dragor blowpipe counts for it, so there's that. Since the Coliseum was going so poorly, let's try a raid. The tile for a rare TOA drop counts things like the gems and the thread, which there's a really good chance to get it on 1 kill count, even with 0 invocation. Okay, that was stupidly easy. Oh, sweet, a thread. So with that complete, all the raid tiles in the corners gives you the choice of one of the 3 mega rares. And T-bow seems to be the most obvious to me, since the range mastery makes it so range attacks will just never miss. 100% accuracy T-bow. Okay, as I said before, I need 92 agility, but I also need 92 slayer. So here's my plan. The thieving relic dodgy deals that we got early on is super good for underwater thieving, which the tiers you get can be exchanged for agility XP. So we do that to 92 agility, complete Sepulcher for that tile, which that tile completes all the diaries. Then we can go get all the lamps from the diaries and dump it all into Slayer. Hopefully that works out. I remember doing this in the last league for 99 agility. Let me tell you, not super fun. Pro tip, if you ever do this now or in any other events, don't drop all the fossils you get while underwater. They can be turned into some really decent XP lamps that help me skip from like 87 to 91 agility. Really good. This should be the final turn in for 92 agility. Finally. 99 prayer. All right, Hollowed Sepulcher. From what I've seen, you don't need to get the chest in floor 5 on time. You just need to get to the end. Last time I tried this was many years ago, and I hated it, to be honest with you. All right, last time I didn't have tile markers, but those helped so much, it actually made it kind of fun. I'm not totally opposed to doing this in the future. Tile complete. That unlocks all achievement diaries. Let's go grab those lamps. Only about halfway through the lamps, and that comfortably got me 92 Slayer. The rest, I'll just boost up my lowest skills and work towards that 2k total. This one should do it. 82 defense and 2000 total level. That tile gives me all combat achievements, which is cool, I guess. All that's left on the grid are combat related tiles. First up, a rare drop from Araxor. 2 kills and no drops? Come on, Jack. Actually got it in 4. Alright. Araxor itself gives the final XP boost, which I don't really care about at this point, but that's also a column completion, the Sunlight Spear and Bracers. The Spear I don't think I'm going to use, it's like a pretty niche item, and I think it scales with prayer bonus, but the gloves, they will be my best in slot stat-wise, and they have a passive effect where they double all the healing from food. Okay, the T-bow and double healing really made this brain dead. Let me get my quiver, as I'm pretty sure that will give me a max hit. So the soul tile unlocked the specialist relic, which will turn my Khopesh into the best weapon in the entire game. And that column completion unlocks the Emperor's ring, which is just a big ol' stat stick. Next up, Doom. Yet another newer boss I've never tried before. From what I understand, this is Old School's first enrage style boss, you could say, where every kill, assuming you don't take the loot, gets harder and harder with better unique drop chances. Man, these T-bow hits are crazy. Only took 4 minutes to get to floor 8 for that tile. That unlocks the Avernic Treads, just more stats, so I really can't complain. And all that's left is the Awakened bosses, 2 raids, and the Inferno. The Awakens are going to be by far the hardest ones, so I'm going to do that first so they at least stay somewhat challenging. Plus, the reward you get, I would like to use on raids. I do got to get the orbs first to fight these guys, so I'm going to farm Vardorvis. Pretty sure that will be the quickest one. By the way, this is what I mean by Khopesh being the best weapon in the game. There we go. First one, I think it's like 1 in 7 or something with a drop rate boost. Alright, I got 3 orbs now. I'm just going to do Vardorvis first, as I'm already used to it and kind of know what to expect. Shit, I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. Ah. Attempt number 2. Okay, should be dead here. Yes, 1 down. And there's 2 down. Duke was really easy. And on to Whisper, which is arguably the hardest one, since you do have the sanity mechanic that kind of prevents you from ignoring the actual boss mechanics. You kind of have to do them all right, even with the relics. Man, overall, the Whisper, super challenging for me. Like this really pushed me to learn as a player. I'm talking hours and hours of attempts this took, getting Awakener's orbs. Luckily, Last Stand does reset your sanity, so it's at least like a second chance, but still not enough most of the time. I really had to learn the mechanics and perfect them. Very little cheese allowed, even in Gridmaster. Finally, though, after about 2 hours... Please, 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 please. Yes! Oh, thank God, man. Holy fuck. Oh. Yes, Whisper down. And Last Stand ended up making Leviathan really easy. Nice. Well, that might have been the easiest one. Overall, by far the hardest tile in the grid. And that unlocks several things. But for the tile itself, the Battle Hat. Just a crazy tribrid helmet that also acts as a Slayer helm, if I'm not mistaken, and really looks super sick. I would love this in the main game, like even as a cosmetic. Also unlock the Gloves of the Damned, which I won't be using. Boosts like Barrow's gear. Overall worse than the Soul Gloves I got earlier. And the Dog Sword. The Dog Sword I do have a soft spot for. In the last league, I created my entire route and build around it. I think it's just one of the coolest, most fun weapons Jagex ever created. But now I have the Khopesh, so really no use for it, but I'm going to try it out just to see how it compares. Wow. Barely to half HP with all specs from the Dog Sword. Yeah, I don't need to finish this kill or test it any further. Khopesh shits on it, sadly. Okay. Anyway, let's gear up for top. Am I crazy, or did they make changes to top to make it soloable, or am I just that powerful? I remember solo Nyla was nearly impossible even in previous leagues, but this was easy, actually. All my pillars were still like 90% HP. All right, Zarp is down. Time for Verzik. I totally did not bring a poison weapon, but the Khopesh seems to just take care of the Nilo pretty easily. We 26 minutes solo Tob. There's like a 90% chance I get a purple, so hopefully. Yes, one raid needed. So that grid tile unlocked yet another mega rare. I think the scythe would be the most helpful here. Not that it really matters at this point. And as I go in, I just want to preface this by saying I've never done Cox before, ever. I've never taken this region in a previous league, and it already took me like 10-15 minutes to figure out how to make a party. I don't know why that is so complicated compared to other raids. But anyway, and yes, as you can tell, I'm going in totally blind. And yes, the crab room did take me 10 minutes to figure out. Sue me. So I know there's some like 3-1, 4-0, something like that strats I can use to avoid damage, but I'm not gonna bother learning that in Gridmaster. Okay, here we go. It's like a 25% chance of a purple if I did the math right. No. Never lucky. Kill number 2, nothing. Wait, I'm stupid. Why am I not using Scythe on melee hand here? Oh my god, that is so much better. None. Want to see me kill Tecton? Want to see me do it again? Box number 4, nothing. I am officially dry. Nope. And up to raid number 8 now. This is getting a little ridiculous. If I don't get it this time, I will be double the drop rates. Nice, finally. All right, Cox tile done. That unlocks the final mega rare, Tumic Shadow. Sadly, the only thing left is Inferno, and that's not used here at all. It looks cool though. Here we go, final tile of the grid. Complete the Inferno in under 30 minutes. I am a little worried about this one. I do have at least some experience here in previous leagues, so I should be able to do it. My plan is just to stand in the middle and freeze nibblers and Khopesh anything that looks my way. And that's exactly how it went. This is how the typical wave went. I stood in the middle, nibblers frozen, and always got one shot by the freeze itself. I swapped to my Khopesh and just spam that spec bar. Jed time. Should be able to just ignore the healers. Yep, that was quick. On to triples. And sweet. Time for Zuck. I honestly think I would be able to stand here and just wait to die, proc last stand, and kill him anyway. Fuck it, let's do it. Nope, never mind. I couldn't even die. He kept splashing on me. Nice, Inferno Cape. That unlocks the Guardian Horn. Shame I'll never use it. And I totally forgot to claim the row and column tiles from Cox, but whatever. There's an amulet and a shield. And that's the entire board complete. All right, I think that's gonna do it for my Gridmaster journey. I just got my thumbnail made and everything's done, all recorded. So I think this is the last time I'm logging into these worlds. Overall, I had a really great time. Honestly, this was the perfect length. Still, I completed Inferno just under 2 days played. The extra 40 minutes is from YouTube stuff. 2015 total level, 180 million XP. Here's the final skill tab. Didn't even max out combat skills. This was perfect in my opinion. I've always been the guy to push myself way too hard in leagues, go for the highest ranks, all the completions. And then I just burn out and quit RuneScape for 6 months at least. But this actually has done the opposite. I am so excited and invigorated to edit this video and get back to the main game and start playing on my main iron again. I don't know how to explain it, but like this has excited me and invigorated me to get to these points in the late game, you know? Like I want to get to have mega rares and things like that in the main game now. But again, that's going to do it for my Gridmaster journey. Thank you so much if you stuck to the end of this video. And if you're new to my channel, my main series is a good old-fashioned, inefficient Iron Man, where I'm just kind of playing the game as I go. So if you want to check that out, there's the playlist on screen. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all more than you'll ever know. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.